You're listening to the Daily Sales Tips Podcast, and I'm your host, Scott Ingram. Today's tip comes from Jack Wilson. Jack is an enterprise sales director at Seismic and a coach, mentor, and trainer in the Sales Rebellion. Here he is.
What's going on, Daily Sales Tips community? I wanted to come to you with a tip that should hopefully help you keep your sanity. With the world transitioning to more of a remote workplace, I think people feel like that gives them more of work-life balance, or maybe it's the new term work-life integration that we all talk about. But in reality, what I think is actually happening is we're working a lot more. In fact, if you think about how you used to work, you might have some windshield time, heading to a meeting or going to the office, jumping out to grab a coffee or lunch. And that windshield time was actually invaluable to you. Gave you a chance to relax. And nowadays, instead, what we do is we schedule all our virtual meetings virtually back to back to back. If you look at most people's schedules today, there's not a lot of white space in between. And when you think about it, as a seller, honestly, in any profession, time is your most valuable resource. I would argue that time is sacred, which is what leads me to the next easy way to remember why and how you should put some time in between your meetings. And I call it halos. So whenever you look at one of your time blocks, I want you to look all around it, before and after, to see if there's any space or buffers. If not, you're probably costing yourself some productivity. And it's due to a little effect called cognitive switching. When your brain quickly switches from one task to another, it's actually been studied that there's a notable decrease in productivity. You lose focus, you lose effectiveness, you lose all sorts of things that you need to be successful in your job. To combat this, the halo approach encourages you to place buffers both before and after your meetings. Now, the halo before your meeting is specifically to get you into the right mindset to be prepared for that meeting. For you, that could be reviewing notes. It might be doing some last minute research, or it could just be getting into a quiet state, comfortable and relaxed, making sure all your technology is ready to go. The halo after your meeting should be used for a quick debrief, making sure while all that knowledge is fresh in your mind, you're capturing some last minute notes, review the notes you did take, and then instead of walking away, make sure to schedule all of the follow-up tasks for yourself. Go into your calendar and set time aside to come back in and review, to prep for the next meeting. And actually, if there's 3 or 4 steps that you need to take, you should schedule all of them right now while it's fresh. And that actually will decrease the chances that you forget to do it down the road anyways. So these are just a couple of reasons why I think halos are important around all of your meetings to help you not only be more productive, but to give you some peace of mind back in your day. Hope this is helpful.
I know Jack would love to connect with you on LinkedIn. We've got that link for you over at dailysales.tips/1084. After you connect with Jack, be sure to come back tomorrow for another great sales tip. Thanks for listening.